In this module, we are going to discuss about crystallization. I let you understand what is crystallization. Crystallization is the process of solidification of a pure substance from its dissolved state. This technique is based on the difference in the solubility of the organic compound and its impurities. In sublimation technique, the separation is based on the difference in the volatility of the organic compound and its impurities. But in crystallization, the principle is based on the difference in the solubility of the organic compound and its impurities. To have a brief overview about what has happened in crystallization, it is essentially when the impure substance is dissolved in a solvent in which it is sparingly soluble at room temperature while appreciably soluble at higher temperature. What is meant by sparingly soluble? Sparingly soluble means it is less soluble at room temperature. However, when we heat the solution or when we increases the temperature, the solubility of the compound also increases. In that case, the impure substance is dissolved in such a solvent and the solution is become highly concentrated. What we do, we essentially saturate a solution or we increase the concentration to the maximum possible and then heat the solution followed by cooling it. So, on cooling the solution, pure compound crystallizes out and the impurities left behind which can be separated by filtration. An important thing for crystallization to occur, the solution must be supersaturated. Supersaturation means at a given temperature, the actual solute concentration exceeds the saturation concentration. Supersaturated solution is metastable. Supersaturated solution contain clusters of molecules. The clusters grow large with time. Eventually, the clusters will grow large enough for nucleation to occur. There are two events takes place in crystallization process. They are nucleation and crystal growth. Nucleation and crystal growth are driven by thermodynamic properties as well as chemical properties. In the nucleation step, the solute molecules dispersed in the solvent and they start to gather into clusters on a nanometer scale. Some clusters may become so big that they may arrange themselves in lattice arrangement. These bodies of aggregates are called embryo. Embryos are unstable and they may break into clusters again. These stable structure together form a nuclei. It is at the stage of nucleation, the atoms are arranged in a defined and periodic manner to form crystal structure. Crystal structure is a special term that refers to the relative arrangements of the atoms or molecules, not the macroscopic properties of the crystal, although those are a result of the internal crystal structure. Next stage is crystal growth. Crystal growth is a diffusion process. It is a surface phenomenon. Every crystal is surrounded by a layer of liquid known as stagnant layer. Once the crystals are formed, nuclei formation stops and crystal growth begins. From the bulk solution, a solute particle that may be a molecule, atom, or ion diffuse through the stagnant layer and then reaches the surface of the crystal. These particles then organize themselves in the crystal lattice. This phenomenon continues at the surface at a slow rate. This process will happen if the bulk solution is supersaturated. Let us discuss the principle behind the crystallization technique. Supersaturation must be above a certain value before nucleation will begin. In the metastable region, supersaturation has low value. So, nucleation will not start in the metastable region. Once the supersaturation has been raised enough to be in the labile region, nucleation can begin. At this point, crystal begin to grow and supersaturation decreases. If the supersaturation becomes too high, the nucleation will be too great and amorphous precipitate will result. Now let us discuss how to separate the compound from its impurity by crystallization technique. At first, we have to select solvent. A suitable solvent such that it must be chemically inert. That is, it should not undergo any reaction with other compounds. It should be either not dissolve the impurities or the solubilities of impurities is much more than the solubility of substance to be purified. Later, the impurities will be left in the liquid even after heated and cooled. Only the substance of interest crystallizes out. The impurities left in the solvent because of its high solubility. The most commonly used solvents are ether and chloroform. For example, ethanol can be used to purify sugar from common salt, which is a common impurity. Common salt is insoluble in ethanol and sugar is only sparingly soluble in ethanol at room temperature. When the mixture is heated, the solubility of sugar increases in ethanol and then the solution is cooled again. Common salt can be easily removed by filtration because it is insoluble in ethanol. Sugar can be separated as a crystal from the solution. Second step is essentially after identify the solvent, we have to prepare the solution. In this step, the impure substance or the substance of interest along with the impurities is taken in the powdered form and heated in the solvent. The amount of solvent that we require is just sufficient to dissolve the substance. In case if the solvent having very low boiling point, in that case a condenser is fitted to avoid a loss of solvent via evaporation because the low boiling solvent is quickly evaporate. To prevent a loss, a condenser is fitted. The vapor of the solvent will evaporate and condense again and the cycle continues so that we can avoid the loss of solvent. The third step is filtration and crystallization. In this step, the saturated hard solution is filtered using the filter paper placed in a glass funnel. The hard filtrate is allowed to cool slowly in a beaker. The last step is separation and drying. Crystals are separated with the help of Buchner funnel and suction pump. Crystals are separated on the filter paper. They washed with the pure solvent and dried over calcium chloride in a vacuum desiccator. We all know that calcium chloride hygroscopic nature. It absorbs the moisture quickly and it enhances the drying of the crystals immediately. These are the various steps involved in the crystallization process. Some factors affect crystallization process. They are the presence of another substance in mother liquor, solvent that used in the crystallization process, nucleation, crystal growth and time factor. The presence of another substance in mother liquor will affect the crystallization process. For example, sodium chloride crystallized from aqueous solution and produce cubic crystals. If sodium chloride is crystallized from a solution containing a small amount of urea, the crystals obtained will have octahedral faces. Both types of crystals belongs to the cubic crystal form, but they differ in habit. Solvent play an important factor in obtaining the crystal and also it affect the obtained crystal structure. Solvents like ethanol, methanol, DMSO can remain in the crystal package by hydrogen bonding interactions and thereby it will stabilize the crystal package. By slowing down the rate of diffusion can give you a better chance of crystallization. If we choose a solvent with a slightly higher boiling point, the diffusion will be decreases and there is a chance of crystallization to occur easily. Crystals initially form by nucleation event. After a crystallite has nucleated, it must grow. Nucleation sites are necessary. Excess nucleation sites cause smaller average crystal size. Next factor is crystal growth. Crystals grow by the ordered deposition of the solute molecules onto the surface of a pre-existing crystal. Crystal growth is facilitated by the environment changing slowly over time. So that we have to keep crystal growth vessel away from the sources of mechanical agitation, vacuum pumps, rotovabs, hoods, doors, dryers and so on. The last factor is time. The longer the time, the better the crystals. Quality crystals grow best over time in near equilibrium conditions. Faster crystallization is not as good as slow crystallization. Faster crystallization gives higher chance of lower quality crystals.